flash flood watch for eastern parishes as trough lingers in the Caribbean. Good evening and thanks for joining us for Primetime News on air and online at onespotmedia.com. I'm Doreen Samuels. Also this evening, Portland community on edge as rain threatens the parish. Reports of hand, foot and mouth disease in 2 parishes, and opposition tells the government to come clean on the state of the economy. There's also international news and Saturday sports special within the newscast, so stay tuned with the news in detail after this break. Welcome back, and a special welcome to viewers on onespotmedia.com. And remember now that you can download our One Spot Media app in the Google Play Store or the iTunes Store. That's the number 1 followed by the numbers Spot and Media. We begin with news this evening that the flash flood warning, which was in effect for St. Anne's, St. Mary and Portland, has been downgraded to a flash flood watch until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. In addition, the Meteorological Service has discontinued the flash flood watch for the rest of the island. A trough currently across the central Caribbean and Jamaica continues to linger across the region. Although the trough has weakened, it will continue to bring showers, especially across northern parishes. The forecast is for lingering showers, mainly across sections of northern parishes tonight, with partly cloudy conditions tomorrow morning and isolated afternoon showers, mainly across the hilly areas of the island. And with more rains forecast for Portland, some residents are concerned about a bridge that is their only way to get in and out of their community. TVJ's Shamela Mitchell reports.
This is a section of the Golden Vale Bridge in Fellowship, Portland that concerns residents. On Friday, residents say the bridge collapsed following heavy showers.
Yesterday morning when the water was on the bridge, I was on the bridge, stand up in the water.
And you take off the wall of the rail, sir?
Yeah.
So what time was that?
About 6 o'clock yesterday morning.
So what was the river like yesterday?
It was very bad, high. The wall of the road from down there to come straight up was on water.
Patrick Richards says the bridge which leads to Cooper's Hill is the only way in and out of the community.
This one, when I come down, it wasn't that far, you know. It was just about to that place there, so. And now that I come back here, I see it going down further. So by now and tomorrow, you can expect that you're not seeing a big bridge here.
Mr. Richards says if the bridge is not fixed, then hundreds of residents could be marooned.
Big girl up, I go downtown and come back to me and ride my bicycle, but I left my bicycle and take a car out there, so. Because I said I don't want to stay downtown long enough. If this come down. I notice when I pass here, I say I want to go over that side and stay that side because I don't know what might happen.
They're calling on the relevant authorities to intervene and fix the bridge soon. Shamela Mitchell, TVJ News.
Meanwhile, residents of Bath Fountain are concerned that their lives could be in danger because of a river that is caving in on them. TVJ's Shamela Mitchell reports.
The rush of the water flowing and the great danger that lies ahead for several residents living at Bath Fountain Road in St. Thomas. Take, for example, this house. It is only a few feet away from the river bank, which seems it is about to cave in on the family living there. Latanya McPherson is worried.
Over the years, the land, it has been, deteriorating, and since the heavy rains from the last time, it has taken away the land. And see now, we used to walk around this mango tree here, and now we can't do that again.
Ms. McPherson says whenever it rains, they're not able to sleep because they're fearful of what could happen.
The only time when we get a good sleep is when it's sunshine, when we have good weather. Once the rain threatens, we cannot sleep because the water is almost next to our window.
They have contacted the relevant authority, but to date nothing has changed.
The National Works Agency, they came here before and they made an assessment, but to date we have not gotten any concrete information or suggestion as to what is in place to remedy the situation.
They were forced to take matters into their own hands.
We had paid a tractor to go down in the river $5,000 an hour to dump up our side to ease off some of the water pressure. But what happened, because of the heavy rainfalls from the other day, the water level started to rising up, so the part where we had dumped up the water fill up in it, come right up to the top, and we almost washed away again.
The residents are hoping the authorities will see the urgency of the situation and address it soon. Shamela Mitchell, TVJ News.
TVJ News has received reports of several cases of hand, foot and mouth disease in early childhood institutions in St Andrew and St Catherine. A basic school in Portmore St Catherine was closed this week after several students contracted the disease. Reports have also surfaced of students at a school in St Andrew where 7 students displayed symptoms. They were sent home. Parents are concerned about a further spread of the disease. Representatives of the Ministry of Health could not be reached for a comment. Symptoms of hand, foot and mouth disease include a fever lasting up to 2 days, loss of appetite, painful sores in the mouth, sore throat and blister-like rash on the palms of the hand and soles of the feet. The opposition finance spokesman is accusing the government of withholding critical information about the economy. Speaking at a PNP fundraiser at the Melia Bracco Hotel in Trelawney last night, Dr. Phillips insisted that the Andrew Holness government should present its economic plan and consult with those who could be adversely affected. TVJ's Andre Jebinson reports.
The national debt is going down and growth was recorded over consecutive quarters this year. But the former finance minister credits the PNP administration for that and not the stewardship of Audley Shaw, the current finance minister. But all is not well in the economy according to Dr. Phillips, and the government is not telling the people about it.
These challenges are going to be made worse, quite frankly, by them persisting with their plan, which they persist with in order to create the fiction that their announced 1.5 without taxes is somehow being carried out.
Dr. Phillips says he welcomes the new deal the government inked with the IMF. He, however, feels that the administration has not been forthcoming with the details.
If you want to know what has been agreed by your government with the International Monetary Fund, you have to download it from the IMF website and pay them for it, rather than getting it from our government, which is supposed to represent our interests in our parliament.
Another area of concern for Dr. Phillips is that public sector reform is a must, and again the details are sparse. Entity closures, mergers and privatization are in the mix, but the finance spokesman lamented that there has been no consultation.
The current JLP administration is much more backward than the previous JLP administration, which at least put their plans for public sector reform before the parliament and generated a discussion and engaged the entire parliament.
Dr. Phillips was also concerned that the Economic Growth Council should not sideline the necessity of the Economic Program Oversight Committee.
They are not a creature of government, although they were abused and attacked by the JLP when they were in opposition. The EGC, and I have the greatest of respect for the members there, but they are a creature of the cabinet. They are appointed and can be removed by the cabinet.
EPOC, he said, was formed by an MOU and cannot be arbitrarily dismissed. Andre Jebinson, TVJ News.
A reward totaling $1 million is being offered for the arrest and charge of the person who stabbed and killed 14-year-old Jamaica College student Nicholas Francis. Nicholas was killed on Wednesday while traveling home on a coaster bus on Old Hope Road in Kingston. The reward is being offered by the Jamaica College family in partnership with the private sector organization of Jamaica through Crime Stop. Anyone with information is being asked to call Crime Stop at 311. Persons do not have to give their names, just tell the police what they know. The group says it is prepared to pay out the reward within 24 hours of Nicholas's killer's capture. The police in St. Catherine are seeking to assure the public that Spanish Town is safe and that it is safe to do business there. The assurance comes as some residents expressed fear after recent social media threat of possible unrest in the town.
As law enforcement officer, we don't take nothing for granted. We are aware of what is out there, and I can tell you for sure that St. Catherine North is properly policed. The area is, so if you walk into the town right now, you'll find police going right through the town on foot, and you'll find a mobile unit, you'll find the soldiers out there, you'll find police out there. So we are aware that there are some things that is going in the media, but Spanish Town is safe for business. Business is going on, and I can guarantee you that whatever you are seeing and hearing out there in the public sphere, it's under control.
They are taking steps to clear some of the areas in the parish that could assist criminals in their activities. Today, the police use heavy equipment to clean overgrown shrubs in the Church Street, De La Vega City community area.
There's a area just beyond the school from the Port Henderson side and just across from the station to the back. That area is overcrowded with shrubs, and from time to time we find out it becomes a challenge to law enforcement. And so what we're trying to do now is to get those areas clear. So as if, you know, something and we need to go through those areas, we'll have clearance in that area, whether by foot or otherwise.
The funeral service for the late Brian George was held this afternoon at the St. Andrew Parish Church. Scores of mourners, including his wife, children, current and former prime ministers and others, paid their last respects to the businessman who was up until his death the president and CEO of Supreme Ventures Limited. Mr. George, who had been ailing for some time, fell ill last Saturday and was taken to the Andrews Memorial Hospital. He was pronounced dead on Sunday. Mr. George was 59. And that's the local segment of Primetime News. International stories are next.
Good evening. The decision of the Selection Committee and Executive of Netball Jamaica to omit senior and experienced players Romilda Aiken and Janelle Fowler-Reid from the squad to the ongoing Fast 5 World Series has already come back to haunt the administrators. This as the Sunshine Girls endured an awful first day of the tournament in Melbourne, losing 2 of their first 3 games. The Connie Francis coached team were embarrassed by world number 6 ranked Malawi 46-12 in their 3rd match on Saturday. Yes, you heard right. The number 4 ranked Sunshine Girls lost by some 36 points to Malawi. The Jamaicans had earlier scraped past South Africa 35-32 before losing to the top ranked Australians 35-19. Now, no reason has been given by Netball Jamaica for the non-inclusion of Aiken and Fowler-Reid, who have been playing professionally in the ANZ League for a number of years. But one is left to wonder whether the pair's unavailability for September's Test series in New Zealand, which Jamaica lost 3-0, is payback. If so, then it's an action which has surely backfired on the Dr. Paula Daly Morris-led administration. Only last night, TVJ Sports reported Aiken as saying she wanted to represent Jamaica at the Fast 5 World Series.
The reason why I didn't go to Fast 5 was because I didn't get selected to go and play.
Whatever the reason for the omission of the 2 experienced shooters who are feared by defenders worldwide, one would hope that those issues can be sorted out before the Sunshine Girls take on England in a series starting November 29. And if it is the case that Netball Jamaica wants to move away from using the 2 senior players, they should make it public and embark on rebuilding a national program with youth players. I'm Keon Reyna. Good evening.